Please be advised this podcast is all nonsense. Nothing you hear or see while adventuring with the worm should be taken seriously, or more importantly, fact-checked. Try not to let the mispronunciations distract you from the knowledge being shared. You're just riding with two worms trying to have a good time.
Your turn. Look, this rap isn't going to go anywhere if you don't actually do your part. Call it a drap for a reason. It's a duo rap.
I wonder, is a duo? Is it just a rap, or is it a rap battle?
No, because we're not battling each other. We're facing off against the demons that
don't like rap.
Yep. So, Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, obviously they're facing off against the devil. That's essentially... They were doing the rock version of dropping.
Drocking.
Duo rocking. Because they were together rocking against the man. And we're rocking against man generally. Because...
Who was rapping against them?
We're drapping against them.
So we're drapping against everyone?
We're not drapping against them.
You just said we're drapping against the man?
We're practicing.
Okay, we're drapticing. Just in case we ever need to duo rap our way out of something or into something. I'll be honest, what you said didn't sound like a rap, more like scatting.
Oh yeah, all draps start with a scat. That's why I was waiting for you to the next part. Because one of us has to scat and you weren't scatting because you just forgot words. So I was like, well, I'll scat.
You just started scatting at me? I didn't know what was going on.
I told you about 4 seconds ago, before I started the scat, are you ready to drap? And you went, yep. I've got my curtains ready to close. And I was just like, okay, well, he's clearly ready to drap.
I didn't know what drapping was, I'll be honest. I got real confused and scared. And then you went, skibbly dibbly 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 doo.
That's pretty accurate. That's a good scat. So you could have scat and I could have started drapping.
Okay. I'll scat.
It's too late now.
And you drap.
No. Look, it has to be unprepared.
Skibbly dibbly dibbly
No, it has to be unprepared.
I'm going to scat at some point during this podcast and I fully expect you to rap.
I can drap.
A drap, yeah?
I'll start the drap with a rap. Rat-a-tat-tat. Okay, that's cool. As long, throw it out there. Whoever scats, the other one has to drap.
I'm real scared now.
I'm terrified. I can't drap. This is why we need to practice, because we're so bad at this. It's one of the flaws in our...
We're not musically talented at all. Lacking arms is a huge part of not being very good with any musical instrument.
Also...
No lips. Or nipples.
Yeah, because you have to hold your nipples. And we can't hold our nipples because we've got no arms.
Exactly.
They get cold if we had them.
Oh, our nipples would be freezing if we had them. Considering we're always topless.
It's because we're always ready to work out.
Always ready to work out.
Anytime I want to hit a worm, Scott, just start it straight away. None of this, let me stretch. I'm always stretched and I'm always topless.
Like Snoop said, drop it like it's hot and then squat. Because that's how you pick it up. Because it's hot, you drop it and then you squat to pick it back up.
And then you drop it again and then...
That's what the whole song's about.
That's why Snoop's all about the leg game. He looks skinny up top, but at the bottom...
That's why he's always got long baggy trousers on, because he's scared if people see his legs, they're going to run from him.
Yeah, and
there's no point running from him because he'll run you down.
Also, his legs are so big, there's no conventionally fitting bottoms that fit him, so he has to buy the biggest ones he can, so they look baggy, but they're not baggy. They're just the only ones that fit him.
Optical illusion. At all times, he's ready to squat.
I'd love to have Snoop's legs.
Snoop's legs?
Maybe you can ask him how to trap.
That's
what we should do?
No, I don't think Snoop's about the drap game. He's about the solo rap game.
We can go get lessons from all of them. We'll combine their
secret abilities. If we need lessons off somebody who knows how to drap, because if we get lessons
Eminem
from...
then.
Does he know how to... Oh yeah, like Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Yeah.
They drap.
So that's more suitable, yeah. Because Snoop's just a one-man rap. If we're just going to be overpowering each other if we learn off Snoop.
Yeah, but I was just thinking get everything within the arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to hurt to get the lessons, but I don't think he's our primary source of drap experience. I think Eminem and Dr. Dre are a better source of experience.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I just want to see his legs. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, I want to see his legs, but...
I tell you what, we'll do that as a prize for getting the drapping down.
We should invite him to perform at the Beans Festival.
Next year's Beans Festival.
Well,
they have put us in charge of organising it next year, which was insane. Especially since you threw orange soda everywhere.
got real angry at the oranges, so I took down their king.
He wasn't happy. Wasn't happy, especially when you started wearing his crown everywhere.
I ate his crown after
Oh
that.
man, Beans Festival this year.
Like
was
a biscuit.
Insane. It's insane, wasn't it?
Beans Festival's always insane.
I never remember what happens. I have snippets back
I only know from the video footage.
that people send you.
From the bean video footage. Off the bean corders.
The bean corders. They get paid a lot, so you expect them to get a lot of footage, but they're normally just, there's too much going on.
It's hard to capture everything that happens at the Bean Festival.
It's mahoosive.
It is mahoosive.
Ooh, maybe we'll get them all there.
Who?
Eminem,
Doctor Who.
Dr. Dre, Doctor Who, Doctor Who as well. Yeah, get Doctor Who.
I just know he loves a bean, so I thought it'd be silly not to invite him.
What about Desperate Dan? He likes pies. Maybe he likes bean pie.
Does he like beans as well? Which is the one who used to eat beans out of a can? I'm sure there was one.
Are you thinking about Popeye?
No, it's spinach.
Spinach. Okay, just checking.
I'm sure there was one comic man who ate beans out of a can. Or maybe I'm thinking some homeless man. And I just,
Dennis
reading
the
a,
Menace.
he was reading a comic book at the time.
Or are you thinking about Beano, which was a comic?
Did he eat beans? Is that what
Somebody must have ate beans in that. How do you get the name Beano without actually getting someone to eat beans one time?
Yeah, it's probably the beaner.
Bean enthusiast.
I'm sure there's one who ate beans.
I only know the guy who ate pies.
No, I don't know who that
Cow
is.
pies. Desperate Dan.
I've heard his name, but I didn't know he ate pies.
Oh, he loves the pie.
You sure it's not Popeye?
Nah, he likes spinach.
In pies?
I think he'd be okay with spinach in pies. He had just this weird thing with always having spinach out of a can, though. He never ate raw spinach.
Keeps it fresh, like it's easily accessible in a can. It was that with Tupperware, and he was afraid of
didn't even-
losing the Tupperware.
That's because olive oil would just go absolute bat at him, wouldn't she? Could you imagine? Because she's really good at organising her Tupperware. When Popeye borrows some of it, not only does he leave a green stain in there because he doesn't clean out his spinach properly, he was losing the lids because he squeezes it
And pops
the
the
lid
lid
pops
off.
off, falls in the water. He's not a strong swimmer, as we know.
He wasn't a good spokesperson for littering, was he? Because he just threw the cans on the floor. Also, he had those weird tumours on his arms, didn't he?
He did. He smoked. He had a pipe.
He had a
didn't
pipe. He smoked spinach fruit sometimes.
You don't get that big and hench from smoking. Do you reckon it was just a guise?
I'm pretty sure he could only open one eye as well. He wasn't the healthiest man.
You try holding a pipe in your mouth all the time. You're going to start cramping on one side? He wasn't unhealthy. He just had a constant cramp in his face.
I'm not sold on Popeye's well-being.
Or maybe he was faking.
Oh, disability scam.
How do you think he's going to pay for all his spinach? It's not cheap. Spinach is actually real expensive.
And do you think he had like alternatives? So weeks he couldn't afford spinach, he just brought lettuce. Would maybe it was just all a lie? Like the spinach didn't do anything. He invested in spinach, needed it to sell. So
He's running a scam. He's trying to drive up the price.
he was running a pyramid scheme for spinach. So he used to eat the spinach, pretend he got real strong,
Yeah.
to sell the spinach to the people below him. Like, look how strong the spinach made me. There you go. Already made
Surely
the money.
as soon as they ate the spinach and realised it didn't make you strong.
Well, no, because they're not going to eat their own supply. They're going to sell it to make money because it's a pyramid scheme.
Do you want to know why people actually thought spinach was really good? They got the decimal place wrong when they worked out the iron content of spinach the very first time. So they thought it was like really full of iron, so it was like going to make you real strong or something like that. It turns out I just got a decimal place in the wrong place.
It's unfortunate. And it also explains Popeye's use of one eye, because he's probably got no depth perception, has he? So,
Well, he's just full of iron. He's just fully like he's metallic on the inside.
like Silver Surfer. He's also metallic on the outside, though.
Or the Terminator.
I thought he was going to say Ninja Turtles then.
They might be metallic on the inside.
They probably are, because they are
Shredder
probably
was
robots.
metallic on the outside.
He was. Splinter was a rat, which isn't metallic, but I just thought I'd add that in.
He could be metallic on the inside.
If you use a Power Ranger, what Megazord would you want? From any era of Power Rangers.
Seeing as I don't know all of them, can I make my own up?
No, that's not the question. I'm not saying if you can be the Megazord creator, what Megazord would you make yourself? Well, that's the question for another day. I'm saying, because that's endless.
I think I'd either go classic Megazord or Dragonzord, just because it's a badass.
Okay, so not Megazord then, individual Zord.
Oh, you mean as in just
Base Zord, sorry, that's I used the wrong
base
word.
Zord.
Yeah, I meant base Zord, not Megazord.
original Dino or any?
No, any era. What
There's
Zord?
too many
There is. I'd go for the frog from the Power Rangers
from the
movie.
film. Yeah. I was thinking I would probably go from the film because I've seen that yesterday.
We do have it on repeat because we love it.
Got fed up of watching $6 Million Man. Now that I realise there's other things you can watch on TV. Wasn't there an ape?
Oh, there was definitely a monkey at some point. Or I think it might have been a gorilla.
There's a crane.
Saber-toothed tiger.
A saber-toothed tiger, which is weird. Cause
Why? That's that weird?
They're extinct now, but the other ones
Oh, yeah, as opposed to all the other completely regular Zords.
Yeah.
One was a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Still alive. You know.
Not on Earth.
Yeah, that's not the point, though. There's no saber-toothed tigers alive anywhere that we know of. Everywhere we've been, there's no
Okay.
saber-toothed tigers.
There isn't.
We've got a pet Tyrannosaurus Rex. We adopted one. Remember when we went and we were like, oh, how come you've got so many? And they're like, we can't stop them breeding. So also, how do you keep feeding them? Oh, we just have to get donations. So we adopted one. Called him Philippe with an E.
Philippe.
And he loves it every time we land. Philippe! That's the only way he listens.
He's very picky on how you call him.
So there was a crane, a frog, a fox, an ape.
These aren't all
Bear.
from the same era. These are just...
No, these are all from the film.
No way.
There was
It was
blue fox,
fox.
black frog,
Yeah, black frog.
yellow bear,
Was
white
the
crane.
monkey from the movie, though? I didn't think it was.
The ape was red.
Oh, okay, I don't think the monkey was from the movie.
Ape was Jason.
Yeah, he was the Red Ranger.
Crane.
It was yellow, surely. Or pink.
No, yellow was bear.
Okay, pink then for Crane, surely.
Yeah, and then it was falcon was white. Something like that. I'd probably go bear because I liked the red and white.
I thought bear was yellow, though.
I mean, sorry, ape.
So ape.
Ape. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I'd
ape.
like to go bear, because it's red. I mean ape, because it's red.
Yep, go an ape. He's like the Hulk Buster, but without having to call his technology. Once he's aped out, he's just aped.
He's just a Zord. Anyway, nice to see you. Fancy seeing you here. Thanks for listening again, if you are. If you're not, then I don't know how I thank you because you're not listening.
I know, so you're going to be real confused about T-Rexes when you see them again.
Oh yeah, we are bringing one down.
Well, we just thought it'd be real nice for you to visit because you haven't seen them in so long.
We don't get many Rexes popping around these days.
No, and it's like when you're back from your holiday and your dog runs up to you. It's kind of like that, but the reverse. You're going to be running up to this Rex like, oh my god, I missed you.
I thought you mean they're going to be running away from it.
No, that is technically the opposite
Yeah.
of running up to something.
It's like when your dog comes, but you're scared of it, so you run away. Also, people are probably scared of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Also, tell us your favourite Zord. What's your favourite Zord?
And what's your favourite dinosaur name? Not the dinosaur.
The favourite
name.
name for a dinosaur.
Yeah. So do you like saying Triceratops? It's not a particular...
Oh, I thought you meant like Bob. The dinosaur. Like his actual
Well, actually,
name.
yeah, because then we can name the other ones. Okay, well, we got Philippe. Give us a name. We need to name our Triceratops.
It can't be Philippe because then that'll confuse him.
It's bad enough I've got 6 Philippes.
Look, we've got too many Philippes as it is, so if we get Philippe again, we don't stand a chance.
We run out of names. After Philippe, you kind of run out of other names.
I couldn't name another name other than Philippe.
And Bob.
What's that?
It's that thing that happens with apples and water.
Okay.
The old party game.
The old
Apple Bob.
Bobble Bob, Bobbly Bob Bob, Bob Bob.
Scared me then. I thought that was scat. I was like, oh my god, I'm not ready to drape. Oh, it's not drape, it's drap. Oh, see, this is how bad I'm going to be at drapping. I'm calling them drapes. Yo, that's like a posh drap. I'm going to drape
Yeah, drape is definitely a posh drap. I'm going to drape for you.
with a monocle.
I'm sure there's posh rappers.
Eminem.
Is it? Would you say he's
Nah,
posh?
he's not. He doesn't even... So, the very first time he wanted to spend some big amount of money, he wanted to buy a Rolex. Apparently, he asked his manager if he could afford a Rolex. This is after he'd sold over 1 million copies of his album. He still didn't know whether he could afford a Rolex. And they're like, are you serious? And he's like, I don't know how. I don't spend money, yeah. Can I have a Rolex? He's like, yeah, you can get as many as you want, probably. So I wouldn't necessarily he's posh, but I'd say maybe he seems polite.
Who do you think? I think Drake's probably quite posh. I know he's Canadian. I think most Canadians quite posh.
They're quite polite. They're not posh.
Okay.
I'm not saying there aren't any posh Canadians. I just think they're very well known for being super polite and saying oot.
Oot and sorry.
And a boot.
The boots, oot and sorry.
And sorry.
And moose.
Plural of moose is moose. Is meese. Meeses. Meeses. It's moose.
It's Mises. It's actually osmosis.
Osmosis. Osmosis.
That's when you move mooses from one place to another.
Across a partially permeable membrane.
Yeah.
Like a border.
Yeah, exactly. Osmosis.
So osmosis is when you move moose or Mises from Canada to America.
Exactly that.
Where are you going? Going on
Just going to osmosis.
Osmosis. Oh, wicked.
Learn something new every day.
Do you reckon that's a job as well then?
Yeah,
like it's an official job.
An odd musa.
An odd musa.
An odd musa.
Why didn't you tell me about this job before?
Because we're not allowed. We're not legal Canadian citizens, so we're not allowed to be one.
Oh, you have to be illegal. Oh man, I know I shouldn't fail that test.
You shouldn't fail any tests. Well, so there's some tests
I
you
was
can
going to say
fail.
there's quite a few tests.
It depends on the test. Some tests you want to pass, some tests you want to fail.
Yeah, and there's just a few tests I can think about that you'd probably want to fail.
Rainbow fever.
Rainbow fever, yellow fever. You don't want to have yellow fever.
Well, that's the one part of rainbow fever.
Yeah, but I was going to go through the others.
Rainbow fever.
You want to be
covers
negative for red fever?
Rainbow fever covers all the coloured fevers.
Wanted to go for it, be more precise. I want people to know.
If people don't know what rainbow fever is, then they should be scared.
I got rainbow fever. I don't. I just like the song. I ain't got
The song
rainbow
was-
fever.
I love the promotional campaign they did for rainbow fever. It's strange they promoted it so heavily when it's so dangerous.
It's just nice saying it.
Good music video. And the backing dancers were good. The rainbow fever dancers. We should get the rainbow fever dancers at the next Bean Festival as well, along with...
I don't think they're going to be able to dance to
But they all got
music.
quite ill from rainbow fever, to be fair.
I don't think they realised they were only meant to be dancing to. They were just getting far too
They
excited.
got very involved with rainbow fever.
Took all the fevers.
They took
So look,
all the coloured fevers and fused them
if
into...
you get all of them, do they cancel each other out?
No, that's how you get rainbow fever. That's what they thought. That's what they were
Okay.
testing.
I think that's what I...
They thought if someone got all the coloured fevers, they would balance each other out and you'd be fine. But no, they created rainbow fever. It's horrendous.
Really bad, yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't that good at dancing, in fairness. They're too busy rolling around in pain.
We thought that was dancing, and apparently it wasn't.
We'll have them at the festival because they survived somehow.
Yeah.
And I think they'll just be good morale-wise. Be worth
Yeah,
having.
they are very positive.
Yeah, they are for a lot of fevers.
Mainly all the colours.
Well, at least we know what we're doing next year for the Bean Festival. We got that sorted. I think spread the word.
Spread the
Spread
rainbow
the
fever.
Spread the rainbow.
That's how Skittles got the promo thing.
They were just trying to get Skittles to go universal. And they're like, look, absolutely dominated Earth. Everybody on Earth has heard of Skittles. Everybody eats Skittles every day. Skittles for breakfast, Skittles for tea. But they were like, we need to keep selling Skittles. And
Well, the problem was the slogan for rainbow fever was "Don't taste the rainbow, don't spread the rainbow." Skittles saw this and thought that's got a ring to it, but we don't like the "don't" part. How about taste the rainbow, spread the rainbow? And they're like, oh yeah.
there was this whole thing about them trying to shut down Rainbow Fever Gang, trying to tell people not to spread the rainbow.
And eat Skittles.
That's why there's not many left on Earth, because they're in hiding.
What Skittles?
The Skittles. The Rainbow Fever Gang?
Yeah.
The ones that went to Earth to spread the word of not getting rainbow fever. They clearly...
They got shut down by Skittles.
Yep.
Hunted down.
Let's find a way to get it raining Skittles.
Would that hurt? Just thinking. Because when it rains quite heavy, it can get a bit stingy.
We'll do a
Skittles.
shallow rain. A light rain.
Okay. So it's not going to be Skittles, because Skittles are of a certain size.
Yeah, it's fine.
You sure?
We can't screw up Bean Festival more than we screwed up this year.
Yeah, we'll have Skittle Rain.
We'll test it.
What's a Bean Festival without a few injuries at the end of the day?
I just think nobody remembers if it just goes smooth sailing. Everybody remembers the big
Thing
big
is,
events.
if we get Skittle Rain and it works, everyone will remember it. Greatest thing ever. We do Skittle Rain and it goes wrong, it's just another thing on the list of things that went wrong.
And also, people will sort of remember it, but they won't care.
They
Because
don't
they know
care.
things screwed up all the time.
So yeah, actually, do you know what? It's a
Skittle Rain
win-win.
it.
Win-win.
What I'll do, we'll bring some minstrels as a backup, just in case the skills don't work.
I mean, do you think minstrels are a good backup for
No,
Skittles?
but I'm just thinking of...
Not only are they larger...
Ooh, how about Maltesers? They're meant to be quite light.
Actually, yeah, that is probably because if we start doing Skittle Rain and people are getting hurt, we switch to
Which is the
Maltesers.
Right?
Problem is, strong gust, we're going to lose all the Maltesers. I don't think they've got enough weight to carry themselves down with enough velocity to secure impact.
What's in between a Malteser and a Skittle? M&M?
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're like the crispy M&Ms.
Yes, because they've actually got a bit of weight to them, but they're light enough in the middle.
Yeah, I think we could do a crispy M&M.
Yes, crispy M&M shower.
And they look very skittly from a distance.
We could still use the phrase "taste the rainbow" because crispy M&Ms are falling down. They're going to look like Skittles until they hit you, but then it's too late anyway.
Oh yeah.
All the marketing's done.
Yeah, and I don't think no one's going to kick. Oh, I don't know. Actually, some people are bound to complain if they're expecting to get a handful of Skittles and they get crunchy M&Ms.
We're not actually. We're just saying "taste the rainbow." We just say which rainbow.
Just the rainbow.
Taste a rainbow.
Just taste a rainbow.
How about we do taste a rainbow rather than taste the rainbow? So not only can Skittles not sue us.
Well, Skittles can't sue us anyway, because we'll just say we're doing it in remembrance of Rainbow Fever.
Also, we'll be international skies.
We'll be in international space.
Space, guys.
Space. The sky of space.
International
which is
space.
the next layer up from conventional space, which Earthlings can't see. Because obviously there's a sky. There's a sky for everywhere.
It's because they can't squint hard enough.
But once you're in space, there's a second sky just above space.
It's beautiful.
And once you go into that, you've got second space.
Well, actually, it naturally rains Skittles up there, but
Yeah, but they burn through the atmosphere.
you don't actually get any Skittles. You can see them for a brief period of time. Lighting up the sky with a rainbow.
Beautiful.
Thanks. I'm just worried that you might hit me with a scat.
Oh, you got to be scared. You're coming.
Okay.
I think we should do a question.
I'd like a question.
Okay. Do you want to do the first one, or shall I do the first one?
I'll throw you a question. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Have you got your big boy pants on?
I got no pants on.
Oh my god, even better. So, if you could make any song the national anthem of your country, which would it be? Now, are we saying our country? Are we choosing a country called...
We were like nomads. We go places, and we were born somewhere, but we don't want to say we have a local country anymore.
Also, I don't think we actually remember where we were born. We've moved around so much.
Yeah. So we could
It has been, like, millennia.
make a national anthem for the Wormcraft. That's probably the place we spend the most time.
Yeah. We'll do our own one for our Wormcraft. You guys can pick your own.
You're telling them they can pick their own national anthem? That's kind of, yeah.
Well, you know what? I believe in being a non-dictator. When I rule the earth. I want to rule the earth.
No, we tried that ages ago.
It's a bit boring.
That's where we got the dinosaurs from.
That's why we took them. We just felt that you guys making your own man-made meteor to get rid of the dinosaurs so you could come along and live there was rude.
It was rude.
So we took the dinosaurs. You thought you made them extinct.
And we took them on the space ark.
It's really nice. We got that guy to build the space ark for us as well.
There was. It's probably built out of wood. It's not the best,
Yeah, crazy
best
eyebrows.
material for space travel, but...
I thought you might have known Adam West because he had crazy eyebrows.
Yeah, but this was long before Adam West was famous. Like, he was around, but he wasn't.
Maybe Adam West was a descendant of Space Noah.
There's no way. Well, we can go on his ancestry.
We should have asked him his name. Rather, we just called him Space Noah because none of us...
Oh,
actually, we couldn't understand him, that's why. He speaks like a very old...
Space Noah language.
Space Noah language. Clearly he knew wood was resistant in space.
He did have a lot of
It's
experience.
strange that the Earth doesn't know that, because they keep building them out of metal. Honestly, don't worry about metal.
Just wood.
Just send it wood.
Yeah, it's fine.
In space it's indestructible for some reason.
People seem to think there's no atmosphere in space, but it's fine up here. Like, it's great. Lovely time.
It's the best
You
time.
can go for a walk whenever you want. Gravity's nice and stable.
Wood's actually stronger in space than metal.
Yeah, it's still just space atmosphere.
Okay, so what can I choose? Any song from any planet, or is that going to be pointless because whoever's listening isn't going to know half the
I think
songs that we know?
if we choose a song from another planet, we'd have to sing it so they can get an appreciation for the song.
I just think that they won't appreciate it anyway.
I mean, that's a very harsh thing to say, that they wouldn't appreciate space culture.
No, but there's some songs that they physically can't hear because their ears aren't attuned to that sound.
Yeah, that's fair. You didn't say that. You just said they wouldn't appreciate the song. No,
Yeah,
they
but
physically
I
couldn't
meant
hear the
physically
noises.
can't appreciate it because they can't hear it.
That's fair.
Not
Yeah, that's
because-
true. That makes
I'm
a lot
not saying
of
they're
sense.
not cultured. They have cultures.
Mainly in yogurt, but they have other cultures as well.
Yep. Labs.
They love a cultured yogurt.
Lab cultures.
Lab cultures, yogurt, cheese.
Dog cultures.
Vultures. Sounds a lot like cultures.
Vulture cultures.
Vulture cultures.
Oh, what a great band name.
Good
Vulture
name for
culture.
a club as well. The Vulture Culture.
Vulture culture. Oh, that is a great club name.
It is a good club name.
If anybody hasn't thought about this, Vulture culture. Okay, so I'm going to go an Earth song because,
Okay.
like we said, we're not very musical, and if I've got to perform the song, not only am I... Rappy boy, you're gonna come down to Earth and see what I'm doing on the birth of the world. Yeah, boy, here you go, still.
Oh, I'm done. I did
Oh.
my bit.
It's a duo rap.
You told me I was just doing the scat.
No, it starts with a scat, then we duo rap.
You didn't sound. You didn't explain this to me.
Yes, I did. I did. I said it
There's a-
starts with a
there's
scat.
recording and the proof that there's just no told.
You've been
me.
recording me.
Yes.
Well, I've been told you about recording me without my permission.
Sorry.
Duo rapping. One last time. Starts with a scat,
Okay.
but then you rap together, one after other, rapping together, combining your words. Man.
Anyway, back to the national anthem of the.
Okay, this is why we can't do a song where we've got to perform, because we can't perform. The obvious choice, but I'm not going to choose this, would be something Bradley Walsh has sung.
I thought he was going to say the theme tune's Paddington Bear. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you think I like that, or because you think
No, I just thought that's where he was going. I mean, he's a cultured bear. He wears a raincoat, so he's always prepared for weather, and he likes marmalade. What more do you need?
I think if I was going to go with a children's show...
What, hang on, that was a documentary about a bear?
Actually, not children's show. How about that documentary about plasticine? Fireman Sam?
The documentary of plasticine and its effect on fires.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
called Fireman Sam.
Fire-
Fireman Sam, watch your plasticine, man. You're going to get burnt. Have you... Fireman Sam, watch your plasticine, man. That's Postman Pat. Oh my god, there's too many plasticine... Because that one's a plasticine one as well. Fireman Sam, watch your plasticine, man. There's that one.
How about Girls Aloud? Sound of the Underground.
Ooh. Yeah, but I feel like it's... We're never underground. We're like the opposite. We're space worms. If normal worms...
Yeah, but we're the sound of the underground. But we're upper ground, so you can hear us. And we're representing.
I feel like our worm brethren on Earth would be really annoyed we took the only song they'd really choose.
Okay.
Because they love being underground.
They
Could
do.
you imagine they were like, oh, that was pretty much the only song? The only other one they could do is the theme tune to Need for Speed Underground. Da, 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 da,
Like
da.
Riders of the Storm.
Riders. I don't feel it's a great song,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't want it as my national anthem.
What?
I don't know. I just feel it's not. I don't know. It doesn't have that big pounding moment. Whereas, as I like when we go through space and we chill out, we always put that on. It's just a low rider, a low.
We
space
do
rider.
have the suspension really low on the spacecraft.
Well,
So it's got none.
It does make landing really hard, but it's totally worth it for the song. What space songs are there?
And so we want to go... Well, if we're going to go space themed.
Well, we don't want to go for a song that sounds like we're like colonising every time we land, because every time we land with our national anthem, people think we're there to attack. Maybe something that is really friendly.
Like Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's got no words to it. Has
Just does the national anthem have to have words?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying... I was asking a question.
I don't know.
Why does attack me for, bro?
I know, I was asking if you think a national anthem had to have words. That's,
Oh, I don't
because
think
people
it would.
normally sing along. That's my question there. Is because...
It would make it so much easier for us because we're rubbish at singing.
Yeah.
And singers were the only ones that would be singing it because it's our national anthem. Maybe one that doesn't have words or has like 2 words. Flight of the Valkyrie is a great song, but when you land with that, people think you're attacking.
Yeah.
That caused some issues. I mean, it has in the past.
It is synonymous with wanting to
Attack.
attack.
Yep. I'm thinking it has to be something.
Whimsical. What song's whimsical that's a good national anthem?
Yeah, Fireman Sam's a bit rough when you have to talk about the 3rd degree burns.
It does get quite dark.
For a plasticine man, he's had some tragedy. Oh, okay. Maybe a popular song then?
So I'm saying Girls of the Sound of the Underground. Girls Aloud.
Yeah, I know, but the problem with that is we're taking it away from the other worms.
How about that Miley Cyrus one, the Wrecking Ball song?
No, because that's definitely sounds like we're
that's
attacking.
quite aggressive, isn't it? Could you
I'm
imagine?
coming like a wrecking ball. And it's just like people start running.
But how impressive would that look when we're sitting on the top of our wormcraft?
Riding. Oh, yeah, but I still think it's aggressive. We can use that as our war song.
Okay,
So when we go into war, we'll play that.
We'll have Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball as our war song.
Yeah.
What about that Friday song? Remember that one that was everywhere?
TGI Fridays.
No. Rebecca Black, was it?
Sorry, music boy. Who is Rebecca Black?
She sang that Friday song? Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
And this is why we can't do an anthem that you don't know already. Because you gotta sing it. People gotta leave.
Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy.
Okay. I think you're onto something there. Because not only was it a popular song, it was kind of the rock genre.
Pop rock. Skater punk, whatever you call it.
Okay, I'm just going through the lyrics to make sure there's nothing aggressive.
Nah, definitely not.
I said, see you later, boy.
He wasn't good enough for her.
What other Avril Lavigne?
She had a pretty face, but her head was up in space. Space! She needed to come back down to earth. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think you're on the right tracks. What else did she sing?
Oh, I don't know.
Complicated.
Oh, yeah.
How does that go? Complicated.
Yeah.
A life's like this.
It's a bit depressing for a national anthem.
But I think pop rock is where I'd like to go. Why don't we do a Tenacious D song?
We could do Wonder Boy.
That is a great Wonder Boy.
That's a good national anthem.
Just trying to think of the
Wonder Boy. Yeah, I reckon that's a good one.
Is there anything bad in that song, words wise?
Maybe.
Come on, word boy.
It gets a bit stabby towards the end, but there's any swearing in it.
No, I'm not bothered about swearing. I'm just worried about if it sounds like we're coming to attack.
Yeah, I mean, he does kill a Hydra in the end. We can slay their Hydras. That's probably a favour. Yeah, because then it sounds like we're coming
Come
to
save them. Yeah.
Save them from the Hydras.
Also, I can still imagine us riding in on top of the spacecraft.
Yeah, I reckon Wonder Boy.
Do we need to message Tenacious D to ask him if that's okay to use it?
We'll fax them.
Because I know when we're off planet, it's free game. But there's a few planets we can't because they've already been there. Earth, obviously, if we ever come back to Earth.
Yeah, we'll just message J-Balls and the Rage Cage.
The Rage Cage.
We'll let them know. That'd be cool.
I reckon they'll be cool with it.
They would be cool with it.
Yeah, that's easy then. I'm sold with that.
Tenacious D, Wonder Boy, Wormcraft National Anthem. I mean, you can still listen to other songs that aren't your national anthem. That's not...
You know that's not true.
Yeah. They are quite strict. In space, it's a real strict rule.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like freedom of speech.
To be fair, it's why a lot of like space countries have just compilation albums. Like now, you know, there's now 65 albums and stuff like that. They were created so people could have them as a national anthem, but some variety on the song. Because just play the whole thing.
Well, yeah. Well, they just say that's their national anthem, the whole thing,
and then they get like 12 songs. It's not great, but it's better than one. At least they got some choice.
We'll just make sure that it's okay with them, and if not, then we'll have a second one for when we're on air.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do what we want.
So, next question. There's nice easy one, nice and simple. What's the juiciest fruit?
Juicy as in...
Juicy.
Hot tamale!
What is it, a hot tomato then?
Hot tomato!
Probably more topical. Tomato's a fruit, isn't it? Or what's like, physically, you bite into it and you're drowning in juice.
Why not both? A peach?
A peach is juicy. Like, I know they're juicy, but are they juicy?
They can be juicy.
I don't think... Or am I thinking of apricots? Are apricots quite dry?
I think they're probably about the same. I'd say a plum. And a plum's got a...
Plums are quite juicy.
Nice.
Kiwis are quite juicy.
Yeah, but I don't think it's very attractive. Like, it's not a juicy... If we're going for both, juicy.
Kiwi on the other end of the spectrum, probably an unattractive fruit. It's like these little hairy balls.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? If you're into hairy balls, kiwi's all the way, but I'm going to go... For me, it is...
smooth boys.
I love... This is what I'm thinking, plum. Because I don't know about you, but every time I eat a plum, it dribbles down my body.
Pineapples are quite juicy.
And it is one of our favourite fruits.
Yeah. Once you get past their prickly exterior.
It's outside again. If I'm going to go for something juicy, I don't want to have to constantly undress it. Sometimes I just want it to be there, ready for me to bite in and dance with at the same time.
Pineapples require your attention for some time before they let you into their juicy interiors.
Exactly.
You got to serenade a pineapple.
I've always got time to serenade. Okay. And if they don't like it, they do fight back, and it's prickly.
Would you class a grape as juicy? Because I would say once you're in the grape, it's pretty much just all juice.
I'd say it's pretty juicy. The only reason I prefer a plum to a grape is I can put a grape in my mouth in one go.
A plum. A small plum. You could probably fit in your mouth in one go.
I can't think of a better one than plum.
Orange. Oranges are juicy.
Hit and miss though, isn't it?
Is it? I've never had a non-juicy orange.
You ever had a dry orange?
No, if you...
You don't dry age your oranges.
Well, I think,
Again, I have to peel it. I've got to get through the...
Nah, you can just go into an orange.
But you get diarrhea.
Yeah.
If you eat too much orange peel, you get diarrhea.
I can't say I've ever read that volume of orange peel.
Because every time we do it, I always end up eating too much and you just stop.
What fruits would you happily just eat as a fruit? So, obviously, people eat apples, plums, nectarines, peaches, apricots. Fine. Yeah. Some people eat a kiwi without peeling it. I peel a kiwi, but some people just eat the skin.
I haven't eaten a kiwi without peeling it, but I have been intrigued to do it. Stuff like coconuts.
But where would you draw? Would you eat a banana? Just chomp the end off. Gone.
Most of the time I do. I'll start from the bottom.
Which end's the bottom?
Not the top.
No, that makes sense.
And then when I get to the top,
which is the other end of the bottom.
Yep. Throw that bit away.
Why don't you eat the top? Oh, isn't that where they say all like the chemicals escape from or something? Because they say to keep bananas fresh, you wrap the top in a hat.
No, that's just because that's the handle.
That's fair.
Why would I eat the handle? You don't go get a lollipop or an ice lolly and eat the stick.
Some people do.
Well, these people are not allowed to eat bananas anymore. How about you? What would you go? I'm going to say banana. I'd go. Orange I'm cool with.
I think I would eat a banana.
I'd eat a kiwi.
Outside and all. Kiwi, yeah. What? I don't think I could eat it. I think pineapple is where I'd have to... I
don't think I could do that.
I could do it.
Too prickly.
Yeah.
And also, the handle for a pineapple's quite prickly as well.
But a dragon fruit.
I don't know how tough it is on the outside.
It looks quite tough.
It looks scary.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's one of those ones that looks scary. You know, its bark is worse than its bite.
I do hate fruit that barks.
It scares me more.
It does scare me more.
Probably the barking fruit.
The barking fruit. Interesting fruit. Named after its nature of barking. Not many people know that.
Its inability to not bark.
Its inability to not bark. Just makes it stand out from the other fruits.
So you can never catch it either.
What, it barks.
Barks its way out of there.
It's a good defence mechanism.
I'd say, yeah, anything prickly on the outside, I'm not about.
What about an onion? Would you just bite into an onion like an apple?
Okay, so if it was red onion or shallot, fine. White onion, no.
Why?
I just have my
What's
standards.
your onion discrimination? That's really harsh.
It's got standards.
Saying brown onions are worse than every other onion.
Not worse. The flavour is different.
No, the flavour's definitely different.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's worse.
But I would say a red onion's definitely a stronger flavour than a white onion.
Yeah. Why am I going for a less flavourful? That's like saying, oh, do you want this rotten apple or do you want this juicy fresh apple?
You'd always
No,
tell
I'm not
about an
saying
apple
that.
because it's more flavourful.
No, it isn't.
It is? Do you not think...
There's a certain level of rot.
Okay, yeah.
I like the flavour. I mean, obviously, if I was only choosing one shallot, it'd be silly not to. That is the juiciest
Well, you
onion.
could probably
out
just swallow a shallot whole.
there is risk of it turning down your esophagus, then you're in trouble. I mean, if it behaves,
Yeah.
you have a little word with
If
it,
it cooperates.
and you go, look, just stay vertical. You're good. But if you get a rogue shallot, it's going to turn. It's going to turn the tables on you.
It's going to get you.
It's going to call its barking friend, and then you're going to be hocking up onion waste for a
Shallot.
week.
Yeah.
It's not about that life. I think onion I'm cool with.
Okay. Can't think of any other vegetables. There's
There's
not many. There's like 3: tomato, onion, cucumber.
Tomato isn't a vegetable.
Yeah, but it's vegetable
How about
adjacent.
potato? Raw potato. Now it's not the skin that's a problem. It's the whole thing uncooked.
It's quite a tough
Yeah.
customer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite a fortified beast.
It's like
the potato.
It's
is.
like the apple of the vegetable world.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except less flavourful, but I meant the texture.
But I mean,
The texture's probably similar to an apple.
I can bite through an apple quite easily.
Yeah, but I think you can probably bite through
Okay.
a potato quite easily, but it would...
Yeah.
I'm thinking the texture would be similar to an apple. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or a pear.
Because I think
Pear is too gritty. No,
Yeah.
yeah, too gritty, yeah. I'm trying to think what other...
potatoes definitely aren't juicy.
They are the least juiciest.
They are the least juiciest fruit.
I don't know if you get it on a good starch day.
Is that juice though?
And it's
Just
starch
starch.
cycle.
Starch cycle.
And it's starching
Vegetables, I suppose. Vegetables aren't typically very juicy, are they? Like a leek's not juicy.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
Pretty juicy.
That's
Tomato. No, that's fruit.
yeah. I know.
Okay, getting that wrong. Ooh, oh, no.
Double agent, any of the tomato. Sneaking in both sides. Doesn't know what he is. Sometimes he wants to be a fruit, sometimes he wants to be a vegetable.
Well, you actually only ever find out that it's a double agent when you open it up, and that's when it happens.
That's when he gets you. How do you know what? How do you know what which side is on? Strawberries are quite juicy though. What about blueberry?
Again, small. I could like.
Are you
I'm go-
we're not
also
asking-
okay. What's juicier? Not in terms of juicy wetness, but as in juicy as in hey, I'll take you home. Plum or a blueberry?
I don't know. Blueberry's pretty sexy.
I'm saying plum every day because it's got the almost like the buttocks look about it. There's no blueberry makes me think, oh, that looks like a berm. I think I'm going to go with plum.
I think I'm with blueberry. If I'm absolutely honest, I think a blueberry is probably one of the juiciest fruits.
Diabolo.
Diabolo.
That's
yeah.
the onboard ship robot, by the way. Doesn't contribute much,
No.
but
I mean,
really
as
good
you
at
know, she
pronouncing
doesn't really
words.
say it very often.
Well, the only thing she says is.
Diabolo.
But it's when we wanted to say that word, she's great.
She always gets it right.
Oh, wait.
I don't think that's the juiciest
Oh,
fruit.
it's not even a fruit.
Yeah, no, I just thought I'd let you know.
Definitely not a fruit. And it doesn't-
I'm thinking plum. I can't think of many other fruits.
you can go plum, but I am going blueberry. I think there are some damn juicy blueberries out there.
I just don't feel it's juicy in terms of turning me on or looking
Yeah,
juicy.
I'm just trying to enjoy a bit of fruit here.
Okay, so you're just going...
I'm just going off. You're going off the sexy fruits.
No, I'm doing both. I want to hit both.
Okay.
Because I don't know what competition I've got to go into.
Okay, so
if they're like, oh, pick the juiciest
so
fruit.
you're going peach for both, just naturally juicy fruit.
I'm not going peach. I'm going to go plum. But yeah,
Yeah, that's what I said. Plum.
the plum of the peach world.
The plum of the peach world.
I'm going to go plum.
Plum. Yeah, okay. I don't like plums.
Really?
Yeah.
I think also if you get a juicy sweet plum, oh
I think you're too into plums, bro. I think we've uncovered some problem you've got.
no, look, this basket of plums just happened to be here, and so obviously I'm thinking about plums. Now me and my plums are gonna go in the bathroom, light up all the chandelier. It's gonna take me a little while, but if I'm not out for a while, I'm just lighting the chandelier.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the plums.
Nothing to do with the plums that you've taken in with you.
Nope, they're safety blanket.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can't think of any other fruits though.
I mean, there's at least 11 fruits, and we've named most of them.
Name a juicy fruit, but not
Well, isn't
flavour.
there a chewing gum called Juicy Fruit?
Ooh,
Maybe it's a trick question.
the juiciest fruit, Wrigley's.
Is Wrigley's?
The juiciest fruit is Wrigley's.
Yeah. What actually? Okay, so what is the flavour of that chewing gum?
Juicy fruit,
No, but what's the flavour of it?
juicy fruit.
No, there must
No, that is the fruit.
It's not the fruit. They're calling it Juicy Fruit.
No, the name of the fruit is also juicy fruit.
And we need to see.
The juicy fruit, juicy fruit flavour.
We need to find out what a Juicy Fruit is, because that's clearly the correct answer.
Maybe it's their own fruit. Maybe they've made their own fruit, but they don't tell us. That's
We
why
need
it
to
tastes
go
so good.
visit the Wrigley's botanical gardens to discover what the Juicy Fruit is.
Do you reckon the juicy fruit is like an aloe vera plant, and it's just something that grows, and you take the leaves off, and the
Oh, so
chewing
like,
gum falls out?
You don't think? Oh, okay. So you think it comes already as chewing gum? They
They're not
don't
making the
extract.
chewing gum yet?
They don't extract the flavour to put in their chewing gum. It's actually just.
Well, it's
So
got to be that,
is
surely.
the chewing gum actually the juicy fruit? That is actually the juicy fruit.
So they're not trying to say, "Oh, hello, this is chewing gum that tastes like juicy fruit."
This
They're
is
like,
juicy
"This is just
fruit."
juicy fruit."
That's and it is quite juicy actually.
It doesn't say juicy fruit flavour either.
No, it just says
It says
juicy fruit.
Well, the juiciest fruit has to be juicy fruit.
Has to be juicy fruit.
Well, there you go, the juicy fruit
It was a trick
by
question.
Wrigley's.
Wrigley's tried that. Wrigley's asking us that. They tried to trap us. They were probably going to try and sue us when we didn't get it right.
They go, "Look, man, we told you." It was a little suspicious that the question came in from Ian Wrigley. I didn't
Thought
think
nothing of
anything of it. Yeah, that's a human name, Ian Wrigley. So I
And-
just thought it was some guy.
Just a message to you, Wrigley's. You can't trap us because we're untrappable.
Oh, we'll just escape anyway.
Exactly what I'm
All you're
saying.
going to do is enable us to get bigger.
So, lesson learned, I would say.
No, and also on that respect, I'm not going to say juicy fruit. I'm going to say plum.
Fair enough.
And you say blueberry.
I
Because
respect.
we ain't scared of no one.
Let's go to no one. Yeah, so
Come on, Ian.
you can take your juicy fruit back to your juicy fruit garden.
Yeah. But can we see what the plant looks like?
Yeah, please. I want to
Send us
see
a
it.
picture.
Send us a picture. Text it us over fax.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy worm.
I'm very happy with him. All right, guys.
All right. Love you.
Well,
Worm out.